elected. And I want to shout out in particular Speaker of the House Javier Martinez, who I think has been a transformational and generational leader in our state, and our governor. They went out and did the hard things that Democrats have talked about for years, like universal childcare, like universal college, and they just went and did it. And so over the last 7 years, it took a lot of hard work, and it was, policies that were years in the making. But among the things that New Mexico has done, we're the first in the nation to pass universal childcare and early childhood education with an endowment to pay for it through our state revenues. We're the first state in the country to pass universal college and trade school for any New Mexican that goes to a New Mexico institution. We're the first state in the country to pass a Native American Voting Rights Act and some of the most progressive voting rights protections in the United States. We're the first in the nation to pass an Immigrant Rights Act that protects fundamental immigrant rights, as well as tackles the issue of potentially having ICE agents show up at our elections. So it's electoral protection as well. I just learned this week, one of the only states and the top leading state in the country that's using the principle of our wealth fund, our sovereign wealth fund, to invest in homegrown New Mexico businesses and innovators as an incubator for economic growth and development in the state. We have one of the leading science and technology enterprises in the country. And so New Mexico really is leading in countless ways. And even though oftentimes when we look at outcomes of our population and what's happening in our state, it's easy to feel down on ourselves of, where we started and where we're headed. But I think it's important to realize that we couldn't have had these wins and policy that are setting us up for our children and our grandchildren to really, truly transform this state if we hadn't had transformational politics on the ground that got these elected leaders elected.